Hello, welcome back to How To with AnnaMae. Today we're making
Pan de Muertos. What's Pan de Muertos?
bread of the dead.
So we're making something for the Dia de los Muertos holiday. Today is the third day. We're going to be putting bread out on our ofrenda.
And currently there's a special kind of bread we have to make.
So we're going to make the bread for the ofrenda. And so we're going to start by heating up some milk and butter in a saucepan. So here you go. You want to take
We have the 4th cup of milk.
Okay, gotcha.
Let me turn it over.
Okay. And we're going to take a 1/4 cup of butter, so half a stick of butter, and we're going to put both of those in the medium saucepan.
Where's the medium saucepan?
Over here. And then, yep. I mean, you didn't necessarily have to, but okay. So we're going to, put that in there, and we're going to heat this over low heat until the butter melts. Okay. The butter and milk mixture got put on the stove, low heat. So this mixture is going to get to about 110 degrees. And so once it gets to that point, we're going to remove it from the heat. So do you have that turned on, baby?
Yep, you just got it on.
Okay. So next we're going to take a mixing bowl and we're going to put, we have a total of 3 cups of flour, but we're going to start by putting just 1 cup of flour into the bowl.
I want to do it.
Okay. I'm going to hold it over so that just in case any spills, it'll spill into the bowl.
I don't think that's enough.
Nope. So hold that. Nope. Get some more. Ooh. Okay. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it. No, a little higher.
Oh.
Nope.
What?
Okay. Yep.
Oh.
You're good. I'm sorry. That was my fault. My fault. Move it up a little bit.
Sorry.
No, you're good. A little tough. Okay. So we got about a cup of flour in the bowl and also all over the laptop. And we are going to put our anise. How do you say that? Anise seed?
Anise.
We have 2 tablespoons in there. So we're going to put that in. Go ahead.
It's just like a little spice of seeds.
Put that in. Actually, it's 2 teaspoons. I'm sorry, not tablespoons. And we have a teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. So we're going to put that in. And we're going to put salt. We have, I think it's a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
No, we're good.
No, you're good. It's a half a teaspoon of salt.
Half a teaspoon.
Okay. So can you just double check your mixture back there? See if the butter's starting to melt? No. Okay. All right. So then once we have all of this in here, we are going to then add in the warm milk mixture. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pause for a minute until our mixture gets to 110 degrees.
All right, we're back.
Okay, so our milk and butter mixture is up to 110 degrees. And so what we're going to do is we are going to add, give me a second. Okay, we're going to add 1/4 cup of warm water. Hold it up. Into that mixture.
Is it hot enough?
Yeah. Okay. Well, because this is 110 degrees.
Can I put this in?
Yep, go ahead. So we added the 1/4 cup of water into our melted
reaction. Is it gonna explode?
Into our melted milk and butter mixture. Okay. So in the meantime, you saw that we combined the flour, sugar, anise seed, yeast, and salt in a large bowl. And what we're going to do is we're going to beat this mixture into this mixture. And so I'm going to put this on our standing mixer.
Don't trust me to pour it. I'm going to make it.
I'm going to get it started going on low as we start to pour the warm mixture in there. So I don't know if you want to.
I am not pouring.
No, if you want to move the computer to show it or not.
There we go.
So I'm pouring the warm mixture into the blender.
Burn yourself.
Or the mixer rather.
What's it looking like?
So I'm gonna mix up.
Is it looking like a pretty cake?
Cake.
Yeah, they're looking like a pretty cake.
No, it's looking like bread dough.
Oh.
Okay, so we have that warm mixture in there while it gets all mixed up. Got the computer back down.
I want to see
Okay.
what it looks
Okay. And what we're going to do is we took 2 large eggs and we beat them in the bowl. So they're already all beat up. And we're going to add these to that mixture, Anna. So would you like to do that?
I can do that. Computer. Do I just pour them in?
Yep, go ahead.
Finish dripping.
Yep, and then you can put that in the sink.
Oh, it's dripping.
Okay, and then we have, we got a fresh orange and we got some zest off of that. We did 2 tablespoons? Yeah. 2 tablespoons of orange zest that we're going to go ahead and add into that mixture as well. And we're going to beat that until it's well combined.
Yep.
Okay, so how's it looking?
You just have to intensely stare at it and it'll go faster. It's a little bit.
No, it's good. See?
It's gonna splatter everywhere.
Make sure we get all of this zest. So your dad didn't waste his time zesting that orange at all. Okay. So once that is well mixed, then or beat together, I guess, we're gonna add another 1/2 cup of the flour.
It looks like carrot cake.
Okay. It doesn't have to be exact, because what we're gonna do is as this continues to mix, we're gonna slowly add more flour until the dough appears soft.
Appears,
honey, yeah, so go ahead and start doing it doesn't have to be even, so you don't have to use that measurement or that leveler. You can just get a scoop and yep, and then pour it in. And then we're just going to keep doing that until we've used up all 3 cups of flour. And so we will pause and get back to you as soon as all of that is blended up.
All right, we're back.
So we forgot to tell you about an ingredient. When you're adding that initial flour and anise and all that yeast and stuff like that into the mix, you're also supposed to do what?
Sugar.
How much?
A 1/4 cup.
A 1/4 cup of white sugar. So that needed to be added into it as well. So then once the dough is all mixed, we put some flour down on a surface and we take the dough. Can you make that? And we knead and fold the dough on the floured surface. Make sure that it gets nice and smooth and elastic.
And stretchy like elastic. If you've never seen Incredibles, then you don't know it.
And then if you want to point to that bowl right there.
Which bowl? This bowl?
Yeah. So in the meantime, you want to get a bowl and lightly grease it. So we just sprayed it with some olive oil. And so once you get this all nice.
Question, is this bread going to be sweet or savory?
It's going to be a little bit of both.
Yay!
And then it actually gets topped with a little bit of sugar. So it kind of has a sweetness to it. So once this gets all nice and smooth and elastic, what we want to do is we want to take the dough ball and put it into the lightly greased bowl. We're going to cover that with plastic wrap and we're going to leave it sit for about an hour or 2 in a warm location. And so luckily, I feel weird because can't be seen. So luckily we live in Florida, so we can put it right by the windowsill and get some nice sun on it. And so you leave it for about an hour or 2. You want it to double in size. So kind of pay attention to what your dough ball looks like in the bowl. And it's going to be ready when it's about double this size. And then we're going to move on to step 4. So we'll see you in a little bit.
Yep. All right, we're back after like 2 hours.
So we waited 2 hours. We have our dough that has grown. This step is actually pretty quick. What we're going to do is punch the dough down.
Punch it.
Maybe roll up your sleeves.
Probably a good idea.
Punch it down.
Punch it.
And
Get your
good
hands
punch.
out. Ew, it's
Just watch me.
It's
Okay.
dough.
So, and then we're going to shape it into a large round,
Why
large,
does it look like that?
because that's what it looks like, baby.
It has
Hey,
orange zest.
listen. We're going to shape it into a large round loaf with a round knob on top. Then we're going to put it onto a baking sheet and then loosely cover with plastic wrap again for
Another hour.
and hopefully it will double in size again. So we're going to do that. And then as soon as, well, close to the hour, you want to start preheating the oven. And then at the hour mark, we're going to have a preheated oven to come back to. We're going to bake it in the oven until golden brown for 35 to 45 minutes. And so we'll come back with that step. So we're going to let it sit for another hour. We're going to preheat the oven to 350. Once it's preheated, we're going to bake it until golden brown, 35 to 45 minutes. And we'll be back.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, so the bread had sat out for about an hour. We cooked it, we baked it on 350 for 35 minutes. It says 35 to 45, but it was done at 35. In the meantime, Anna had to go to bed, so I am just kind of finishing up for her. So while the bread was cooling down, we put in a saucepan a quarter cup of freshly squeezed orange juice with 2 teaspoons of orange zest and a quarter cup of sugar. So we boiled that slowly for about, and then after it boiled, we left it on for about 2 minutes to make the glaze. And so now that the bread has cooled slightly, we just kind of brush the glaze over the bread. You can kind of add as little or as much as you really want on there. Okay, let's get it nicely covered. And then you take about 2 tablespoons of sugar, again, kind of to taste, depending on how much you want on there, and you sprinkle the bread with some sugar, make it nice and sweet. And so the sugar will stick to that glaze. Just gonna put 1, looks like a lot, so just gonna leave it at the 1 tablespoon. All right, and then your bread is done. And so what we're gonna do is probably cut a portion of this off to put on the ofrenda, and we'll leave some to have for breakfast. I really don't want to try it without Anna. So it looks delicious, it smells delicious, and I'm sure that it'll taste delicious. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Thanks.